Welcome back! Typed here with another episode of the 13 Randomizer, and we are back to trying with this guy. So we should be able to do him a little bit better if we're able to set up our paradigms. But you have to go onto it once before you're allowed to set your paradigms up for it. Alright, we have got reset. Not too much in the way of changes, mostly giving Hope the bangle that gives 400 extra HP, which should make things quite a bit nicer. And the idea is we switch to defensive paradigms, get the aggro off of Hope. And Hope also has learnt Cure Raja, which is AoE niceness. And we're just going to switch every time he wants to target Hope. We switch to having Combat Clinic, just to make sure he does not decide to be nasty to us. Which is good, so we've got a lot more HP now. Lightning's got heaps. Last time Hope was on barely 1200 HP, and look how fast that chain gauge is going now that we're not constantly dying horribly. It is going up quite nice. Alright, back to heals. And get everyone up and running again. So way better. And Fang can draw the aggro. Back to you. Abilities. I do have Raise on Fang. And back to heal. Are you targeting? You are not targeting me. Good, you're back to targeting Fang. He turned away. So now we can go wail on him with the Ravagers. Probably should have had a 3 Ravager party, but this seems to be working well enough. And the Gestalt is almost there. Okay, back to heals. And we've got Gestalt mode, which means Hope does this little summoning. He's a boy in his castle. I think that's what this chapter section's called. So this is Alexander. He is kind of a little bit of a weird one. He turns into a giant castle, quite literally. Alright, that's that challenge down. So this, no CP, of course. 14 chip fangs. This means that we can explore Gran Pulse. Why do we want to explore Gran Pulse? Because there's going to be a crap ton of treasure chests. Although, given that I did set this to be a low-level difficulty one, there shouldn't be that many. So we can now explore Gran Pulse, find tons of enemies for tons of CP, and switch up my party. I'm going to set my party up nicely and be back. Party members sorted out. So it's back to the 3 girls because they've got some more the better abilities. Let's see, what have we got? We've got a behemoth around there. That does not look like fun. So those kind of puke looking armadillo things are what's been turned into from the wolves. So we have a bunch of these thingos, which are the missions in the game. It's kind of like the big and essentially only side quest in the game. They will spawn a unique enemy, which you can fight. So what have we got here? These look like they're from the final dungeon. And you essentially got to hunt down them, and they give rewards. Now the rewards should be randomized. So we've got Psychon Reavers. Fairly tanky by the look of it. Hopefully they don't do a crap ton of damage. Oh, okay, they've got D-Shell, so they're probably going to follow that up with the magic attack. And we have in the music, which is probably very hard to hear, this is the, it's not Brescia, it is the home for Fang and Vanille. Erbra, that's it, it's the Erbra music. 1500 for those 2 enemies is okay. Bouncing Ball of Joy, guarded by these guys. Now, these may be annoying in packs because they are defensive fuckers. They're the sort of enemy that you must get stagger to be able to even damage it. So you got to crack open their shell to get to the tasty innards. Photon bursts. Joy. That's its charge attack. Hopefully nothing too crazy. That's nothing too crazy. So it looks like they're not super duper strong for us. Switch to 2 commandos and a Ravager. To wail on it. Okay, never mind. Don't bother with 2 commandos and a Ravager because apparently that forces your other commando to ignore it. Okay, Army of One. Lightning's Overdrive boosts up that change nicely so that Fang can smack it with... She's got nearly 600 of strength now, I think. So as Vanille said, that wasn't scary at all. What's in our orb? And E-Pass. Now somewhere around here there is also our mark, I've forgotten where. We can't jump over here yet. We need the Seal Reins to do that, which means that's how you get a chocobo in this game. That requires doing a few marks. Now, you're our mark. You, according to the mark thing, were supposed to be a flan, but you are not. You are... What are you? You're an adamanthron. So let's see, how good are you? The marks could be very interesting when you've got the group ones. Oh, you missed. You have buffed yourself. And there you go, staggered. And up in the air, and I don't think you're going to survive very long. Not with an army of one. Boosting that chain gauge, and then Fang's going to wallop at something massive. Didn't quite finish it, but she's only hitting 3 attacks at once. And it's gone. Not at all. Hey, we even got 5 stars and 15,100 XP. So mission complete, and we get 2 perfumes. Alright. That's a little bit of money. And conveniently, this one opens up a new one. You must do that mission before you can do any others. What do we get from this one? It is an... Hey, the Iridimu. That was what we fought before. So where are you? Occult Step. Adamantites. They are not randomized, I guess. I mean, what else are they going to be able to randomize them to? The only thing you could switch them is the Longui and the Xiaolongui. I do not remember where the Iridimu spawns. I feel like he is over here. Ah, square. Okay, so... I was wondering what the map button is. I was right. It is in the direction that we are headed. Now, this is the Occult Step. Giant expanse of area after having spent 20-something bloody hours in corridors. This area almost would give you agoraphobia. Are you our mark? No, I don't think you are our mark. Ooh, there's a treasure over there, though. Oh, you are our mark. But... I'll go get that treasure first. Ah, this treasure is normally guarded by Laics, or the little gremlin things, and they're currently guarded by these guys, Psychon Warlords. Now, I know these are from the final dungeon. Oh, you immediately countered there. But they don't seem to be too dangerous. They went down pretty easy. Oh, they only give 1,000 XP. But the Runner Crowsight and the credit ship is good cash. What do we get from here? It is going to be 46 skill. Well, that was trash. Let's deal with that mark. So I think the mark is technically the fish, but it's got companions. Oh, that screen did not like them. Okay, let's get rid of the fish, the Shahagan. Because the other ones are not terribly threatening, but the Sahagan potentially could be. And it's a water thing, so it should be weak to electricity. Well, it's resistant to blizzard and immune to water, which makes perfect sense. Hopefully those photon bursts are not going to be stagger locking us. Okay, not much of a problem. There's now the Thermodon times. They couldn't do too much damage, so they're more defensive than offensive. Well, they went down pretty easy. Do you get any decent XP? The Sahagin must have get a reasonable XP. Segmented Carapace. What do we get from this one? Pain Dampener, which sucks. That cures pain times 1. Okay, but we're next to another one. So the first few hunts, you wind up pretty similar, close to where you are. The Yashas Massif, the Subadran Highlands. That one, however, involves backtracking all the way to where you kind of start the area. So I'm not sure if I'll do him. So our goal in this chapter, as I said before, is to gain enough strength to take on the final boss. I may also do chapter 2 again, just to double check that there aren't any rolls or Cristeria expansions hiding down there. Now down here I know that there are a few treasure chests. Point in case, I see one popping up over here. And it is going to be Shogun armor. Not so useful. Now some of these ones down here will be guarded by enemy groupings. I'm not sure if it... So the enemies up in the sky aren't, the flying ones, they actually aren't targetable. So I don't think you can fight them. But yes, we're now into the huge ass open area. Having to go around all here. I might give the adamantite a shot just to see what it's like. We get thickened hides, no good. We've got a Sahagin leading a bunch of those things. At least they can't run as fast as the wolves. Alright, I thought you guys would be replaced like that. So this is another one that is normally a bunch of little summoner buggers. Oh, and more preempt. Wow, these are easy to preempt. Alright, let's blizzard with them. They're all packed up together. No, not quite. Didn't get them all. Oh well. So we get from the orb mallets for curing amnesia. Or, well, not amnesia, it cures fog, which prevents you from casting magics. But I almost feel like it is just fast to wait out the fog half the time. So the aim of the game is to gain a bunch of XP in this one. Okay. Now there was a treasure. Nope, that's a... No treasure there, but it is a Seath Stone, which we can't get at. Alright, that's a lot of Psychom officers down here. I think we do have to fight this group. Yes, we do. And of course you can't jump up there. Thank you. Oh, things that drop Phoenix Downs. Nice. As a common drop as well. Well, they didn't give that much. 2 Phoenix Downs though, and a Road Across, right? I can't use the Road Across side yet because I don't have... Okay. Stop jumping, lightning. Thank you. Very jumpy. Active detectors. So we're getting a bunch of junk items in here. So I'm thinking maybe this chapter's not going to be particularly good for items. Because everything's being placed in lower tier stuff. But you never know. Another Phoenix down for them, and for this we get Chigaro Plumes. I don't even know if that's worthwhile as a sell item. One random one there. Who apparently is not guarding any treasures. I thought there was only 2 ones here. Nope, we got his aggro a little. I am absolutely not going to touch those giant adamantids that are wandering around, but this adamantide, or adamantchild, I'm going to say fair game. I've got 10k Crysteri experience. I'm going to dump that before going on this. Lightning's sitting at a nice 375 attack. Fang, I think, is 600, so she's good. A little squishy. And Vanille is got 335 magic because I dumped an accessory on her. Not much more stats, but let's see what the Adamant-Child's got. I'm not really expecting to be able to beat this guy. Oh, I'm absolutely not beating this guy. These things hit hard and they have a shite ton of HP. Yeah, 956,000 HP. No. That treasure chest will remain unopened for a little while. Definitely need a bit more HP / defensive buffs. Okay, we've got a behemoth there. Another item grabbed here. What do we get? A scraggly wall. Oh, that is really trash. And down here, this is the route to on the critical path to the next section. Do I see any... Well, I can jump down, but I can't jump up. What I wanted to know was whether there's any treasure chests, but apparently not. But down here, there's normally two enemies, big ones, attacking each other. They're generally quite tough. So it's apparently now a Sahagin versus a Behemoth. Let's see if we can't bum rush the Behemoth, because you'll be the more annoying, I suspect. Proto Behemoth. Oh, you already jumped up on your thing. So these two enemies will fight each other. Behemoths are more annoying because they will go on their hind legs. Though maybe this one is forced to be on its hind legs. So army of one to get the Sega gauge up so that Fang can smack him down hard. Yeah, the Sahagin thing missed. So we don't know what he's resistant to. And Dagger Knight. So this thing... Oh, he has Protect up, so that would be why he's doing quite a chunk of damage. That thing is probably going to try and rush the Behemoth, because these things are not friends. They will fight each other. Hopefully I'm right and the Behemoth is the more annoying. He's going to recover from Stagger, unfortunately. Okay, did a good chunk of damage to the Dagger Knight. So I think we are right in targeting this guy first. He is weak to blizzard, halved electricity, and weak to water. Let's see, we've got water, that'll have to do. Even though lightning is not a mage. The electricity resistance is worth it. And he's doing nice chunky damage to our Dagger Knight as well. He's done like 3k damage each hit. Which is helping us. And not hitting us for 3k damage. He's almost staggered. I'm wondering if his buffs are permanent. Alright, the Dagonoth has had about half of his current HP taken out. He absorbs water, which is why I switched to using Spark Strike. Vanille will get the hint. So these guys both start on half HP because they're battling each other, which is nice. And yeah, the Behemoth did a good chunk of this guy's damage for us. So one stagger and he's probably going to go down very, very quickly. There he is. So that one is a relatively easy fight to dodge. And it's always a guaranteed crit, 10k XP. I reckon that Hellish Talon came off the Behemoth. Now, these black Seath Stones are your teleporters. I believe they remain active even if you back out of the chapter. But you do still have to do the dumb hope thing. But if you clear the chapter all the way through, then you can revisit with this one, and I think it just dumps you on the Archilot step. I think. And it does not wipe your mission progress. So down here, through the obvious loading screen hiding corridor, is going to be the Mahabra Subterra. More caverns for us to go through. And it's a whole bunch of brown. So we'll see what's down here. Nice long area. Onwards into the Mahabra Subterra. Underground path linking... Oh, these ones are... Actually, I think these ones almost do belong here. There's normally bombs here, but I don't think there's normally the cryohedrons, which are ice flavoured. Which absorb ice. Funny enough. That's fine. Vanille will work out something that they don't absorb. Though they aren't too bad for their tankiness. So maybe they're from another area. Ah. They will, of course, they're bombs, so they also heal themselves. Self-destruct.
Time for another approach.
Make sure we got heals. And we survived. Oh, and our first treasure chest for the area. It's going to be a morale talisman. But I think we've got some of those. They're also going to be a pain in the bum to dodge, these bombs. I just noticed they have a bit of a face on them. I don't think I'd ever seen them with a face. Oh, it's dead. I was switching to combat clinic to try and mitigate its explodey damage. That one gave more CP. Oh wait, because I defeated more of them. Lol. When they explode, you don't get any CP. Oh, really don't want to fight you guys here. Now let's see. Critical path is this to the right. This is an optional path. But I'm going to save at the save point. Trigger the... I think that... Okay, we can dodge that. Nice. Normally those are Machina, I think. So this whole area... Oh, we get a flask of holy water. I didn't even know that was an item. Cactuar Doyle incentive chip, Phoenix down. Some half decent items, but this entire area has been carved out by a giant fal'Cie. I forget what the damn thing's name is. Atomos, I think? Now these are actually the default enemies for this area. And I'm not entirely sure if that's also where they normally spawn. I don't think so. But yeah, these guys are in the area they're supposed to be. Which means they're also getting obliterated. Strangely enough, these hoplites are also weak to earth, although the only way to deal earthen damage is to use the Quake ability, which requires CP. So they also do a system upgrade, which gives them buffs. That one didn't last long enough to actually get much of the buffs, but in larger groups, and particularly with an ambling bellows, 6k CP is nice. That can be kind of nasty. Whoop. So we get to, when the camera wants to work, do our little back check. And there was also a reason why I triggered the cutscene there. It's because I think you can maintain progress through chapters, but you have to trigger cutscenes to a degree. So I think if I redo this chapter, I will walk back to that spot. Okay, just dodge those. We're going to dodge these. It's nice. These are very obliging enemies for dodging. But down here, there is a challenge fight. Hey, nice bit of dodge. Should be active here. Yeah, we got a little cutscene. And we're going to fight. I don't know if this is what we're going to fight, but we'll find out. We'll see if we can beat it. This is meant to be a little bit trickier. And there is, of course, Oh, we do get this. Okay, that's not great. Because I do not have buffs, or debuffs particularly for this thing, which is not so great. As you can see, a lot of HP. Alright, we might come back to this one. Alright, one more shot. I've switched up paradigms. I don't have any good saboteurs for this party. I don't really want to switch party members again, but we will have Vanille cast Bar Fire, which will mitigate the damage from the fire things that this thing does. We've got Vigilance and Shell. Ooh, and Fang is dead again. That's going to be a bit of a problem. I think this thing's damage output's going to be a little bit high for us. We've got Faith. Yeah, he's one-shotting. And we've got no Protect. Alright. Well, we will come back to it. But what I was saying before about chapter switching, now that I've got a bunch of levels, I'm going to go back and do a couple of the earlier game chapters. Specifically the one in Sunless Waterscape. Because those ones should give us a bunch more of the roles that we are missing. So I will go off and do those, but that will be for next time. And until then, this is Type This Out, and have a good day, guys. Bye.